Hello, we're looking in section 3-1 of your Geometry Part 1 textbook. This is found on page 142. Before we actually do problem number 2, I want you to pay attention in the textbook to this part right here, which is giving you all the key concepts of the definition of alternate interior angles, same side interior, corresponding interior, alternate interior, exterior angles, and so on. You really need to read through this section right here really well and kind of get a concept of what they're talking about and understand those definitions, because without that, problem 2 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But if you are looking at problem number 2 here, based on the definitions, again, that we've looked at or that you should know from up there, problem number 2 wants us to identify an angle pair. If this were a multiple choice question, like on a test or something, which is a pair of alternate interior angles? If you'll remember, alternate interior angles have to be between the two lines. That this one line that goes through two different lines, this is called the transversal. And when the transversal causes interior parts, and then these out here would be called exterior parts. So if we're talking about interior, it must be one of these four right here. The word alternate, if you look at the definition, it means it's on opposite sides of the transversal. So we're talking about inside here, what are 2 points that are angles that are on opposite sides of this transversal down through here? Well, that would have to be 3 and 7 or 2 and 6. So when you look at your different choices here, 3 and 7 is not an option. The one that is an option is C. So therefore the correct answer, of course, would be C. On the got it says use the figure in problem 2, which is the same picture over here. What are 3 pairs of corresponding angles? Again, if you look back at your definition of what a corresponding angle is, they're in the same location of the two lines. It's in the same location of where the transversal cut through. For instance, 1 and 3 are both in the top left-hand parts of where it cut through the two lines. Top left, top left. 2 and 4 are in the top right, so those would be corresponding. 8 and 6. 8 and 6 would be corresponding because they're in the bottom left of where the transversal cut through the two lines. Or 7 and 5 would be considered corresponding angles because of where, again, they're bottom right, bottom right. So it just wanted 3 pairs, but you really could have named 4 there that would be considered corresponding angles. All right, hope this was helpful.